It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon and welcome to Pennsbury High School as we overlook Vic Napolitano Field and get you ready for high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Today, the Falcons host the Owls of Bensalem in a Suburban 1 League Patriot Division clash. And we've got it coming your way on the WBCB Sports Network. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber. We've got Ben Goldstein here to help us out with our post-game interview, and Stephen Lawler laying down the law behind the camera, helping us break down the action as we get ready for this one. For the Bensalem Owls, it's going to be Trevor Morris, a righty, getting the start. And for Pennsbury, one of their outstanding arms this season, Caden Falcon, who's a Pitt commit, gets the start today for the Pennsbury Falcons, who are off to a great start this season, a 5-1 overall record, a 2-1 SOL Patriot Division mark, and today they run up against the Owls, who have had some troubles this year, 0-3 in the league and 0-4 overall, so still looking for their first victory today. And as we get you ready for the action, you might hear some barking in the background. It is Bark at the Park at Vic Napolitano Field. And today's game brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center, BCWSA, the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority, BAI Security Systems, the Trenton Thunder, McCaffrey's Food Markets. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day. Thanks to Jammer Doors and Windows, to DiLorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, and to the Pennsbury Parents Baseball Club. And we actually have a celebrity dog with us from the Trenton Thunder. We've got Rookie, the Trenton Thunder bat dog, here today as part of the fun and encouraging Pennsbury Falcon fans to come out, bring their dogs to the park. They were hoping to have some adoptable animals, possibly from Paws Abilities, but that didn't end up coming together. But if you're listening to the stream and you are a dog lover, you can bring your pooch here to Pennsbury and get a free dog bandana. I'm actually hoping maybe they got some extras and I can take one home to my cat.
Yeah, I was thinking so for my dog too.
Gus Barber with us as we get ready for today's action, and Stephen Lawler also helping with the call of today's game. And, you know, just we're up in the fun factor, Stephen, with this whole Bark at the Park event. And I don't know, we maybe have a half dozen dogs already.
Yeah. So far, it's definitely adding to the experience. We got a mild bit of wind out here, a little cloudy, so it's comfortable. And I think we're in for a pretty good game of baseball.
I think so, too. A great matchup, in the Bensalem Owls with a proud baseball tradition looking for their first win of the season. So, you know, they are motivated. And, of course, Gus, what would a Bark at the Park event be without dollar dogs? And they got them here today at Vic Napolitano Field, baby.
I was already talking to Ben about it. I'm thinking about getting one myself. There's nothing like a good hot dog, and they're right behind, literally behind us.
Yeah, they're right behind.
So we're going to be smelling them, so I'm definitely going to be a part. I'm just going to fair warn you now. I'm not paying attention to this game. I'm looking at the dogs all day. I love dogs.
There's a box of Milk-Bone biscuits back there as the umpires are walking over towards the field, which means we're getting closer to the first pitch today between the Pennsbury Falcons and the Bensalem Owls. Come on out and get those hot dogs while they last. Also, Pennsbury this weekend, they will celebrate Sports Night. And that's going to be a little bit different as they're over in Trenton at the Cure Arena. But a great tradition, orange and black, competing for fun, for bragging rights, and just a terrific experience here as we're here at the home of the Falcons, the 2017 Pennsylvania 6A state baseball champs. And Gus, I would think that you're a sports night guy.
Yeah,
right?
I was actually a class captain my senior year, so I was a captain for sports night.
That's awesome.
Orange both years, so I'm an orange guy. If I had to root, I'm always rooting for orange.
Beautiful. Well, sports night this weekend, high school baseball this afternoon on WBCB. And this is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day as Coach Sawa, Coach Pacey for the Pennsbury Falcons going over the ground rules here today. And as you mentioned, Stephen, a pretty good day for the game. A bit of cloud cover, which means it's not that hot. I think high temperatures today getting up into the mid-70s, so a pretty nice day, all things considered. Down the left field line here at Napolitano Field, 331, and down the right field line, same thing, as it's a pretty good-sized field, and I always love when you see one of the batters jack one out to New Falls Road, which we've seen from Ryan Zuckerman in the past, and Zuckerman and the starting pitcher for Pennsbury, both pit commits, and that's pretty impressive. You got two Division I highly recruited student athletes for Pennsbury, and Gus, I think one of the best stories for the Pennsbury athletics community this year was Ryan Zuckerman playing basketball when he hadn't played in his first couple of years, didn't have varsity experience, and he was kind of so they suggested try it and see what you can do, and ended up being a league title for the Pennsbury Falcons. And to me, it's just one of those stories or situations where why not go out and compete and have some fun?
Yeah, it made all the sense in the world. He already committed to go to Pitt to go play baseball. His best friend, Ty Kozak, was the captain of the team. Kozak was trying to recruit him. He played basketball before with him, and he's like, hey, you already committed. Why don't you try to help me out? And he's like, screw it, why not? And you saw this past year, his athleticism is off the charts and helped that team out tremendously.
No question. And again, the Falcons picking up a division title on the basketball court, and in part due to Ryan Zuckerman's contributions. Not only did he play, but he played at a very high level and was really one of the only big guys inside for Pennsbury. Well, we transitioned from the basketball court out here to the baseball diamond, and this is Zuck's first sport. This is his first love, and this is what is getting him to play college athletics at the next level. And looking forward to seeing what he's able to do out here today and throughout this season. Already it's been a pretty good year for the Falcons. Again, 5-1 overall. Looking to keep things rolling here. And the Falcons, the Owls, really face some of the toughest competition in the state at the 6A level here in District 1. All of these teams are really good, and even though the record looks like it favors Pennsbury, Stephen, you get upsets very often throughout the Patriot Division, and the Bensalem Owls would say, well, this isn't even necessarily an upset. We've just had a little bit of a slow start, and we're looking to get to come together as a team, and that's still a process that's ongoing.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it means a lot for a team like Bensalem right now to just pick up a quick dub and try and get the momentum going.
But tough one, because this Pennsbury Falcon team returning 11 varsity starters. Again, mentioning Ryan Zuckerman and starting pitcher Caden Falcon. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Rookie is out to get the bat. It's right there, Rookie.
He's having too much fun with everybody.
Rookie, you got to go get the bat.
Trenton Thunder Bat Dog, Rookie, is out to help us.
There he goes.
With a little pregame ceremony. Bark at the park for the Pennsbury Falcons. Nice job.
That was my favorite play of the game.
That's so worth seeing in person.
Player of the game right now.
Well, that was awesome. And it looks like we got the national anthem. So we will rise and get you ready for the first pitch here on BCB.
It's time now for the best high school sports.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
During the Toyota Ready, Set, Go sales event, just imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Whatever you need, from an electric vehicle to a rugged, versatile truck, we have new Toyotas on the ground for immediate delivery. or choose from over 100 certified used options, which undergo a rigorous inspection and include an amazing warranty. Plus service centers that can save you time and money and keep you on the road. So let's go to Team Toyota this spring. Just visit teamtoyota.net to find a location near you.
Let's play ball. Falcons hosting the Owls. McCaffrey's game of the day on the WBCB Sports Network. Chris Ermer, Gus Barber, Stephen Lawler, and Ben Goldstein with you. Ben will have our player of the game. That interview brought to you by DiLorenzo's Pizza. And our player of the game gets a gift card from DiLorenzo's. Again, Pennsbury bringing back some firepower this year. 11 varsity starters back with the Falcons. And they feel like they have a lot of talent coming into this year, and their record already indicative of that with a 5-1 start. But still feeling like, it's early in the season, Gus, and there's still a lot of lessons to be learned. And if they want to compete and go deep in the district and in the state, which is the goal, they still need to tighten things up and continue to play better baseball here.
Yeah, in baseball, that's a sport that it's sometimes some of the guys it takes a little bit slower. Some teams it takes a little bit longer to mesh. But
yeah,
once you get going, you just got to find the rhythm. And this team, it's still early. They've had good success, but not finding their full rhythm yet. And that comes with time in baseball. But
yeah, Bensalem's still really looking to mesh and come together as a team. A lot easier for Pennsbury when you bring back all of those varsity players that already have experience, have played with each other, and had a lot of success last year as well, as righty Caden Falcon gets his warm-ups in. And let's take a look at starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the Bensalem Owls, at shortstop and leading off is Preston Strachey. At third base, batting second, Mike Kramer, who's gotten on base a ton for the Owls so far. Batting third, Nate Rubin. He's playing right field. His twin, Kyle Rubin, is in the cleanup spot, and he plays first base. Jake Wagner in left field batting fifth. Zach Lechner is catching and batting sixth with Caden Ladender, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Yahil Almovidar batting eighth and at second base, and Eddie Colgan in center field batting ninth. So Preston Strachey about to step up and get this one underway. For the Pennsbury Falcons, their lineup looks like this. James Schaefer at second base. He bats first with Zuckerman. Batting second, playing shortstop, Tiroli. Batting third and playing third base, Jackson Freeman is the DH for first baseman Sam Lebrecht. Jordan Zerniak in left field bats fifth. Caden Falcon pitching and batting sixth with Tyler Boraski, one of the new varsity players behind the dish. And batting seventh, LJ Nelson in right field bats eighth, and Charlie Cordisco batting ninth in center field today for the Pennsbury Falcons, and Joe Pacey in his 14th season as the skipper of the Pennsbury team. As Preston Strachey stepping up. Bensalem looking to get good swings, stay disciplined, keep that kind of mindset at the plate. And that's necessary as you face Falcon, who's really a skilled starter and comes into this season with a lot of varsity experience and fires a fastball in there for a strike, had some bite on it, and that's his best pitch.
The extra shot cheddar cheese.
That time the cheddar cheese a little bit low.
That was an extra shot. That was that mild cheddar.
They had the PA going with Who Let the Dogs Out and Elvis's Hound Dog here for Bark at the Park.
Oh my God. There's
Popped out foul behind us.
One of the dogs got to get it.
Skipper of the Bensalem Owls, Coach Soa, he was telling me that his girlfriend just got a German Shepherd, and that dog is also named Rookie.
Really?
What do you know?
Inspiration right there.
That's awesome.
1-2 from Falcon. Popped up, foul back behind us. Back behind the Dollar Dogs.
Gus is going to get a dollar dog by the third inning, I think. Did I really just talk to myself in the third person? Oh, I hate when people do that.
You're one of those people
No,
now.
I'm not, but I did there, apparently.
The 1-2. Curveball in there for strike 3.
Caught the outside of the zone right there.
So Strachey caught looking one away. And here's third baseman Mike Kramer.
That was good placement. It was up, which is a bit dangerous for a curve, but you get it on the outside of the plate. It makes it a bit tougher to try and pull that.
Kramer sporting one of the best on-base percentages for this Bensalem Owl team. The righty takes one up high. Yeah, Falcon. One of the things they want to see is that he doesn't fall behind hitters. You know, you have 1-0 count, and they want him to make sure he pounds the strike zone. The 1-0 delivery is in there. Daryl Dobos calling balls and strikes today.
Hear what Basie said because the catcher dropped it. Catcher, catch the ball. It's in your name.
The 1-1. Ground ball. Chiroli's got it at third on a couple hops. And his throw across to Lebrec in time to get Kramer. There's 2 up and 2 down in the top of the first. Brings up Nate Rubin, one of the 2 Rubin twins in this starting lineup for the Owls.
I can only imagine those wiffle ball games growing up.
Yeah, that sounds like some fun.
My brother's 2.5 years younger than me, and they were intense.
A little low and away from Falcon for ball 1 to Nate Rubin. And his twin, kind of neat that those 2 go 3 and 4 in the lineup too. And then you look at the right side of the defense, you got 1 Rubin at first base and 1 Rubin out in right field, which also seems kind of a certain symmetry to that. Or something.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
2-0 count here to Nate Rubin.
Oh,
Falcons in there with that one.
Oh, wow.
We had a little dog violence over here. Like I said, I'm paying attention to the dogs today.
All right, here's a 2-1 from Falcon. Bounced on the infield. Zuckerman's got it at short. And he throws over to get Nate Rubin. A 1-2-3 inning for Caden Falcon as the Falcons set the Owls down in order. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. The Falcons coming to bat as we've got a bark at the park here on WBCB. In today's game brought to you in part by the parents of the Pennsbury Baseball Club. They want you to come out, support the student athletes, and they hope you're enjoying today's game. And they thank the Pennsbury community for their support. And some of the support that they're getting today is for the Poochies and the dogs. The first 50 dogs here receive a free bandana. And from the looks of things, I think there's still some bandanas available.
There's still some left.
Come on down, check out a great game, and you can meet Rookie, the Trenton Thunder bat dog. I don't know, Rookie, maybe he's a little rusty. I'm not sure. I mean, the Trenton Thunder, I don't think they're back to action quite yet. They're the Major League Baseball Draft League now is who's behind Trenton Thunder Baseball. And they might not start until June. So
hey,
Rookie getting in a little early work.
Rookie was thinking, hey, I'm just a celebrity appearance. I'm not getting really paid for performance, so I'm just going to run around.
Smart dog.
Say hi to everybody.
Have some fun.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about here today. And the Pennsbury Falcons coming to bat. James Schaefer, Ryan Zuckerman, Joe Tiroli stepping up to the plate in the bottom of the first. And we'll remind you of the Bensalem defense today. Trevor Morris getting his warm-ups in on the mound. You got Kyle Rubin at first base with Almovidar at second. Strachey playing shortstop. Mike Kramer is over at third. Jake Wagner out in left field. Eddie Colgan in center. And it's Nate Rubin in right field. And Zach Lechner catching for Morris. Morris, a right-handed pitcher who's got kind of a little bit of a sidearm delivery.
Yeah, a bit unusual to see at this level of baseball, but it is interesting.
And that's the kind of thing, Stephen, where even if the ball is just coming from a different arm slot, it can be a little hard for batters to pick up just because it is a little different, as James Schaefer, who's a Stony Brook commit, in the batter's box and takes up high for ball 1 from Morris. The 1-0. It's in there, 1-1 count. Caught the inside corner.
Yeah, that looked a bit inside to me.
Well, I didn't know what to expect with that pregame ceremony, and I thought maybe there was going to be speeches. The 1-1 in there for strike 2. A nice job by Morris that time, kind of working the inside and the outside part of the plate.
Good middle in action.
But the ceremony kind of consisted. Both teams lined up along the baselines, and Rookie the Bat Dog ran out there, grabbed the bat, the 1-2. Fouled into the Bensalem dugout. I mean, one of the things we were talking about before the game was, could Rookie retrieve an aluminum bat? And they did bring out a wood bat for...
He didn't even want to retrieve that one. I think that answered our answer. I think that answered our question of, will he do an aluminum bat? No.
The 1-2, way outside, down low. Schaefer, a junior, and even as a junior comes in with good varsity experience. Here's the 2-2. Taken out to right field. Looks like it's drifting foul, and it is a foul ball. Kind of sliced that one.
Yeah, got a good piece of it.
Looked like my golf swing, a major slice.
Well, a pretty impressive right field that the Pennsbury Falcons have started to amass since Joe Pacey took over. I mean, one of the things that he did was he put up all of the league championship banners from the 1950s and the 1960s. Actually, the 60s weren't that great, but the 70s were awesome. And the bounced foul. And what else were the 80s were pretty good. Oh no, the 90s were really good. 70s and the 90s were really good for Pennsbury baseball. And you see all the league championship banners now out in right field and towards right center. A big one that says home of the 2017 6A state baseball champs. 2-2 pitch, just a bit outside. Good eye by Schaefer.
I think Schaefer got bailed out on that one. That looked a real tight middle in.
That's a tough pitch to hold on to. Two strike count.
So now Morris with a full count. Righty delivers outside for ball 4.
That's how you work a count, man. Couple foul balls. Let the pitcher work himself into trouble. That's excellent.
Yeah, kind of the definition of working a walk. As Schaefer aboard with nobody out for Ryan Zuckerman.
It sucks, too, because I graduated Pennsbury in 2016. I missed the state championship by 1 year. I wasn't a part of the team. I just wanted to see it, you know.
Be a part
On
of
the pitch,
history.
the runner goes, and Schaefer steals second. The ball bounces off and out into the outfield, but Schaefer can't advance any further. That was off of Almovidar. But even if the throw was handled, weren't going to get Schaefer. He had a great jump. Shows off the wheels.
Walks kill, man. Now you got that guy in scoring position already.
The 0-1 outside. A ball and a strike to Pitt commit Ryan Zuckerman. And again, the senior playing some basketball this year, helping the Falcons get to that league championship, and mentioned that I like to see when guys launch them to New Falls Road, and we've seen Zuck do that a few times.
Nobody loves a dinger more than me, you know? I love a good old dinger.
Matter of fact, you've named them this year the DiLorenzo's Dinger.
Yeah.
DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza down the street from Pennsbury, one of our big sponsors. And Gus said, you know what? I like that alliteration, man. DiLorenzo's Dinger. Ding, ding,
yeah,
ding.
well, we tried to do the... Well, we try to do that in basketball, and we didn't do it very well. So we had to think of something for baseball, something catchy.
The 2-1 big cut from Zuck comes up empty, and is now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And like I said, there's nothing more fun than a dinger.
I think we were looking for like a Di slam dunk, or what was our?
I think it was the Jammers Jam, Jammer Doors Jam of the night. But we didn't get to see many dunks this year.
Not too many jams. The 2-2 is fouled off on the right side. It's just a little late on that one. Is Zuckerman, and the count holds 2-2 with nobody out. Schaefer at first after he worked a walk. Oh, excuse me, Schaefer at second after worked a walk and then stole a base. Morris got the go-ahead. 2-2. Maybe just a bit off the plate. We're off to the side, and that makes it a full count. Steven might have the best, you might have the best angle as far as our broadcast location when it comes to balls and strikes.
Yeah, just off to the side.
Payoff pitch.
Oh, wow.
Got him looking. And Zuckerman, a strikeout victim. One away for third baseman Joe Ciroli.
Oh, there we go. We got the walk-up music now.
Some kickstart my heart. That's how you walk up to it at bat.
I always said my walk-up song would be Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
It's a great song.
Just that guitar riff in the beginning.
Ciroli is a rider commit, so you got players up and down this Pennsbury lineup that are playing at the next level. There's a throw back to second, and Schaefer back to the bag in time.
I never liked pickoffs to second because they were always, I felt like, so hard to try to pick somebody off. It's not as hard to pick somebody off at first, but I feel like it never is successful when you try to go for second.
I tend to agree, and especially when you throw a ball out in the outfield, potentially get a guy moving up to third base. There's a certain risk to it, but every now and then you see somebody taking such a huge lead off of second base. Man, that was great the other day to see Castellanos.
Third?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It was beautiful.
He was halfway down the line.
1-0 from Morris.
Smart, though. If they're not gonna cover the bag or anything, just hippity-hoppity down that line, looking like Peter Cottontail,
You guys have a good Easter? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
speaking
Fantastic.
of Peter Cottontail.
Got to watch the Masters. Saw John Rahm win it.
All right, my Masters take. What a weekend for Live Golf.
I mean, said the same thing. The real winner this weekend was Live Golf to have Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka tie for second and them dominate the whole tournament.
And they had 3 in the top 6, including Patrick Reed, who I think was in the 6th spot. So, I mean, fortunately for the PGA guys, Koepka didn't get the green jacket.
Thankfully. And John Rahm has just been on a tear this year.
The 2-0 in the zone. Looked like Ciroli taking all the way that time. Waiting for Morris to throw one in there, and there it is. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up, foul, back behind us. The other guy who came out of nowhere was Phil Mickelson in that tournament.
Yeah.
Man, he's had a green jacket before, but getting up there when it comes to being really competitive.
Yeah, I think they said he's the first person over 65 to finish in like a top 3 in the Master or like in a finals or something.
Wow.
Yeah. I saw something like that. I don't quote me on the exact thing, but it was something where he's the oldest or first person over 65 to do something out of finals or out of majors, excuse me.
2-2 ground ball to third. Kramer's got it on a bounce, and he'll throw across the diamond and get Joe Ciroli. And Schaefer's got to stay at second. Yeah, I don't know about that, Gus, because I thought I heard that Phil Mickelson's only 52.
Maybe I read something wrong there.
Maybe
it was over 50,
over 50
then. Yeah. I knew he was old. I was just throwing a number out there.
52 is not old.
So it's older than me. I don't know.
Jeez. 52, that's youthful. Up the bat now, Jackson Freeman. DH hitting today for Sam Lebrecht.
Yeah, you see, Bensalem's getting a lot of first pitch strikes, so you feel like that should benefit them, but so far it hasn't really given them an edge.
You gotta tip the cap to Morris there that he's attacking the zone in that way, and I'm sure that's one of the things that the Bensalem dugout appreciates. As the 0-1 to Jackson Freeman, a little bit outside. Yeah, the Falcons with so many returning varsity players, but then you also look like a youngster, an underclassman like Ryan Weber, who's a sophomore and is a West Point commit. The 1-1 in there for a called strike to Freeman. And I think that, Weber, they'll use him on the mound, but I know we were also talking about one of their freshman starters who Ben was saying he might do like a feature story. Called third strike as Jackson Freeman caught looking.
Excellent
kind of a wide
location.
strike zone today.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of room on the outside.
That is the third strikeout and for both teams, and all three were caught looking. So the Pennsbury Falcons get a runner aboard on a walk, but no runs, no hits. They do leave that runner on base as Schaefer is stranded at second. We're through one. No score between the Falcons and the Owls. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day on the WBCB Sports Network.
WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Go to the top of the second here today. It's a Bark at the Park event for Pennsbury baseball, and they've got some other feature events coming up, including a Military Appreciation Day that's later in the season. Great to see former pitching coach for the Pennsbury Falcons, Brandon Garrett, stop over and say hello. Now the head coach at New Hope Solebury for their high school football team, as Caden Falcon gets Ruben to swing through that one for strike one as we're underway here in the top of the second.
Good fastball right down the middle. Get the count started.
He's set to go. This one, he misses down low. So a 1-1 count. It was kind of a tough year for New Hope Solebury. And I think for any head coach who takes over a new program, you got to start to just build the enthusiasm up. The 1-1.
I don't know what he called there.
That's a ball.
Okay.
I wasn't sure at first.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah, the umpire raised his arm, but yeah, you're right.
Couldn't hear anything. Yeah, you're not wrong, Chris. It all starts with a culture. You got to build that culture up, and then you start building from there.
So he was saying he had like 30 guys last year, and this year they got about 50 guys. And
that's a good turnout.
Sign of things to come. 2 balls, 2 strikes at the plate for Kyle Rubin. He'll be followed by Jake Wagner and Zach Lechner here in the top of the second.
Oh, look out for the cars.
Look out, Little Leaguers. We got the Little League field behind us. I thought we would have maybe Pennsbury softball hosting Bensalem today.
I guess not. I saw them getting ready, I think, to get on a bus, so.
Yeah, they were getting some work in. 2-2. Called, third strike, inside corner, and Ruben is caught looking. So now 4 strikeouts, and all 4 have been batters who have been caught looking and rung up by Daryl Dobos. So people have to make an adjustment. This is maybe a wider, more generous strike zone for the pitchers today.
Yeah, Ruben getting back up the plate there. You saw before the pitch was ending.
Jake Wagner on a high bounce. Tiroli has it at third. Strong throw in time. There's 2 up and 2 down.
And then you have at-bats like that where you work a strikeout with Ruben, and then that was a quick 1 pitch out. And you try and get that efficiency in with these pitchers. And, I mean, like you said, 4 strikeouts already. That's crazy.
Zach Lechner up to bat for the Owls, and he and Ladender have provided a little bit of a punch here towards the bottom of the lineup. But one thing the Owls have had troubles with this season, Gus, is just getting the clutch hits, you know, the timely hitting to get guys on base and unfortunately strand those runners. Falcons 1-0 down.
Yeah, it doesn't help. It doesn't really help if you can get guys on if you can't get them in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that first pitch was a strike, too.
So did I.
Okay, so that's
I didn't
not
think
just
it
me?
was that low.
Yeah, I thought that
Should've
was a
caught,
strike.
like that one, yeah, they looked like they were both the same type of pitch.
That was the identical pitch.
The 2-1
If
called
not
a strike,
worse.
so
Maybe they got
2-0
one back.
called a strike, so now a 2-1 count. Yeah, makeup call there, maybe. That one bit outside.
That curveball just barely on the outside. If he
So
can
Ben-
execute that, that's a deadly pitch.
Ben, last time you were talking about a feature story you were going to write about one of the Pennsbury pitchers. Swing and a miss. And so Falcon battling back, now a full count to Lechner. Yeah, freshman Keller Bradley. Down low, ball 4 to the Bensalem catcher. Is that something that you're still working up?
He's just a slacker.
Well, we're always adding more content to the WBCB Sports Network.
Oh, yeah.
And so maybe looking for a feature story. And I believe he got he was out there for the first game and he got a win. I think a shutout win. That's a pretty good way to get your varsity action started as a freshman. So here is Caden Ladender. Takes upstairs from Falcon, who lost Lechner with a walk, and he's a 2-out base runner at first. Ball off the plate for ball 2. So what are you saying, Bradley can get up to like mid-90s? Maybe top out around 90, which you think about a freshman and their ability to continue to get stronger and better. The 2-0 is in there. Time it looked like Ladender was waiting for Falcon to deliver a strike. He does. The 2-1 is up.
These are some mighty close pitches.
I thought that was a strike.
That was very top of the zone. I feel like that could have went either way.
Three 3-1 count to the Bensalem DH. Upstairs, ball 4. And so back-to-back walks. We'll put runners at first and second for Yahil Amovidar. But before he bats, Pacey out to the mound to talk with his starters and gives us a moment to let you know today's game brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows, a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business since 1920. That's back when Babe Ruth was hitting homers for the New York Yankees, and they have showrooms in Lawrenceville and in Yardley, PA. Jammer Doors provides sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers. You'll hit a home run with their Raynor garage doors. They also do entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows, and they do their own work and installation. They don't use any subcontractors, so check out their showrooms. They're an A+ better business, and We thank them for helping make portions of today's game possible. Great to have Jammer Doors and Windows supporting high school baseball on WBCB. That time, Falcon just coming with the heat. Almovidar couldn't hold off of that one.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to, you got to force the ball now to keep that in the strike zone with 2 runners on, from walks especially. You know, you might start getting nervous.
You know, I would think that Coach Pacey's message, ground ball on a couple of hops, Zuckerman gobbles it up, his throw in time to get Almovidar and end the top of the second. So the Bensalem Owls do get a couple of base runners, no runs, no hits. They leave 2 runners on base as Falcon gives up a couple of walks, but he continues to hold the Owls scoreless. No score so far between Bensalem and Pennsbury as we go to the bottom of the second. And today's game is Pennsbury's Bark at the Park. They got free bandanas for the first 50 dogs here. And they also have dollar dogs while supplies last. Bark at the Park. And check out the Falcons' Twitter for more of their special events coming up throughout this season. As I mentioned, later this year they have a Military Appreciation Day here at Vic Napolitano Field. And thanks also to BAI Security. And more than just securing your business, they now offer medical alerts for seniors. The same medical alerts you see advertised on TV, but they're now available from BAI Security, monitored locally 24/7 by BAI Security, and they also offer fire extinguisher sales. They do maintenance and inspection of fire extinguishers. So for complete security, including wireless security systems, remote systems, fire alarm systems, carbon monoxide warning systems, and now medical alert systems, you can call BAI Security in Lower Bucks at 215-493-1414. They'll take care of your loved ones and your pets. That's 215-493-1414, or visit BAInow.com. That's BAInow.com. As the Pennsbury Falcons back up at the plate, and left fielder Jordan Zerniak with 1 foot in the batter's box, just about ready to go. Morris allowed just 1 base runner in the first as a leadoff walk to Schaefer, but then did a really good job of bearing down, getting Zuckerman looking, and Jackson Freeman also getting rung up. Slow ground ball, charging it is Strachey, picks up and throws low, but it's picked by Rubin, and they get Zerniak 1 away.
That was a good pick over there, too.
Yeah, it was.
And a great read by Strachey at short. Charged that one, get on it as quick as he could. Caden Falcon gets the walk-up music as he steps into the batter's box.
That's Alec Bohm's walk-up song.
Yeah, it is.
He stole it.
Maybe Alec Bohm stole it from him.
That's a good question, Stephen.
Strike 1 to Falcon as he got Boraski in the on-deck circle.
Bohm is going to win MVP this year. I'm calling it.
Yeah, he definitely has a chance. Killing it so far. Already hit his 3rd home run of the season.
Morris kind of fooling him with that pitch there, getting Falcon to whiff at that. Morris in front, his 0-2. Curves a bit wide. Again, defensively for the Owls, you got Rubin at first, Almovidar at second, Strachey at short with Kramer at third, Wagner, Colgan, and Rubin from left to right in the outfield, the 1-2. Bounced high on the infield, gloved by Almovidar, and he throws in time to get Caden Falcon. 2 up, 2 down for Boraski. Moraski, a catcher and also an outfielder for this team. Hits right, throws right. Nasty looking breaking pitch that time from Trevor Morris, gets the called strike. That time it did seem like he kind of had that delivery dropping down a little bit. Another bouncer to second. Almovidar again makes the play.
That was a pretty quick inning. That's how you recover.
1-2-3 inning as the Falcons are set down. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. Yeah, it's a pretty good recovery by the Bensalem Owls as we were through 2 complete in SOL Patriot Division action. No score, and we'll get right back to it in just a moment.
1490 WBCB, Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties. Capital Health.
You got 9-1-2 here in the lineup for the Bensalem Owls to get things going in the top of the third. Eddie Colgan, their 9-hole hitter, and then Preston Strachey and Mike Kramer as they get back to the top of the lineup, facing Caden Fulkin. And Gus, one of the objectives they had for Caden today was that he would get in front of batters and he would use the fastball effectively over the first 2 innings. Yeah, he was really able to do that up until he walked those 2 last inning. It seemed like he lost control a little bit, but overall, and maybe it was Coach Pacey's visit out there that said, you know what, just settle down and get back into pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, well, you saw in the last inning, too, it was a little bit of struggle for him, but he was still able to get the first 2 outs relatively easy. So it was that third out that he was struggling with.
Yeah.
Later in the game, if that happens, it could be a problem. But as long as you are working with 2 outs, you can't really complain too much.
That's pretty good. And I would think, though, Pacey was saying something like, just trust your stuff. We know you're good. You know you're good.
And it looked like in that inning, his fastball kept running high. So obviously he's trying to probably pull off a little bit and give it up and release it a little bit late. So probably just let him know, like, relax, throwing a little high, just calm down.
Kept that one down, his first pitch to Colgan, but too low, as he misses out of the zone for ball 1. 1-0, strike.
Ooh, right down the middle. Got to be careful with those types of pitches, man.
Counting on your velocity there to maybe get it past an unsuspecting hitter. That's low for ball 2. But 2-1 count here to Eddie Colgan, the center fielder. I'm not sure if I went over Pennsbury's defense yet. You got Lebrecht at first with Schaefer at second, Zuckerman at short, and Tiroli at third. The 2-1. Falcon finds the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zerniak, Cordisco, and Nelson from left to right in the outfield. Moraski doing the catching for Falcon, who has set his 2-2.
Wow.
Breaking pitch and gets Colgan looking again. Colgan is rung up. There's 1 down.
Colgan tried the good old check swing there, but it didn't seem to matter much.
3rd strikeout of the day for Falcon. Yeah, this is something I'll probably continue to talk about unless somebody strikes out swinging. That's the 5th strikeout, all of them.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Looking.
I've never seen that in a game that I've done. That many the backwards Ks.
A time Strachey gives a hack at it. Here's the 0-1 now to him. A little bit wide. 1-1 down there in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Well, we've had a couple of Pennsbury softball games on the WBCB Sports Network, but our first time here at Vic Napolitano Field this season. And congratulations to Pennsbury on the start that they got so far to this year, the 2-1 in there. But for Pennsbury, a good start doesn't mean too much. When you have so much varsity experience coming back, you got some lofty goals like a league title, a district run, fouled out of play by Preston Strachey. But it helps. It's better than a bad start. And the other thing they're fighting for is to get a good seed in the district to be playing more games here at Vic Napolitano Field. 2-2. Curveball just a little bit wide, ball 3. They're barking behind us as we got the bark at the park here at Vic Napolitano Field. Payoff pitch up high. So Preston Strachey heads down to first. Third walk issued by Falcon. So with 1 down and 1 on, here's third baseman Mike Kramer, who grounded to third his first time up. Falcon pours that one right in the zone.
Yeah, another pitcher with a lot of first pitch strikes.
Falcon now again in the top of the third, going to throw his 46th pitch. As the runner goes, the ball is sent high into the air and drifts out of play.
Oh my God, I hope it doesn't hit a dog.
I guess we'll find out.
Now all the dogs were safe, Gus. It's all good.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Thank goodness. You know, when it's a human, you say heads up. I guess you could say that to a dog. I don't know if...
Paws up, maybe. I don't know. Ears up.
Falcon in front. His 0-2 to Kramer. Sharply hit, just foul. Maybe a foot foul down that third baseline.
Yeah, it was getting close, but it was definitely foul. I got the line right here, you know. Got the perfect angle.
So we can count on Steven for balls and strikes.
Yep.
Any foul ball calls?
At least down the
line,
third baseline. Yeah.
Gus has got us covered there. All right, so the foul ball, we get back to an 0-2 count. 1 away, 1 on here, top of the third. Falcons pitch just off the plate, a touch.
That's a good miss. If you're going to miss on an 0-2 count, it's a close strike is a way to miss, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in that situation where you're kind of trying to waste a pitch. The 1-2, the runner goes, ball fouled off, and bounces out of play. Looks like they're trying to do a little hit and run action, maybe get the runner started. Ben Goldstein, who's helping us out with stats, and we'll have the DiLorenzo's player of the game after today's high school baseball action on BCB, letting us know this is pitch number 50 coming up for Falcon. The 1-2, swing and a miss. It fooled him on a breaking pitch, and Kramer strikes out. So that's our first swinging strikeout.
Ball kind of looked like a changeup there towards the end. You see it slowed up, got caught up a little bit, so you work that into your arsenal. That's a dangerous weapon to have.
2 down for Nate Rubin.
Trying to bunt the runner over to second.
I don't know what you got 2 outs.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I don't understand it.
Maybe counting on your speed there. And
Yeah,
I don't know.
but they're playing the bunt now. Third baseman.
0-1 is up high. And even if you catch Tiroli napping a little bit, he's a really good defensive third baseman down there. But now it looks like Ruben's swinging away with a 1-1 count. Falcon delivers line drive right at Schaefer, and he able to make an easy catch. Ball well hit, but Ruben is set down, and so are the Owls in the top of the third. So we're through 2.5 innings, still scoreless between the Falcons and the Owls. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left on base by Bensalem in the top of the third. All right, today's game on WBCB brought to you by DiLorenzo's Pizza, the Berg Pizza. And just down the street here in the Vermilion Square Shopping Center, Tyler DiLorenzo, who uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. And DiLorenzo's still using the great recipes, the great ingredients. They have the original Trenton tomato pie, other gourmet pizzas, everything there, outstanding. Check out their world-famous mustard pie. They also have soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, and homemade pasta dishes, all served in a very safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Call 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. And they also do catering for all affairs. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza in the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road. They're open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, they're open till 9, and Sundays, they're open noon till 8:30. And you're listening to the McCaffrey's Food Market's Game of the Day. McCaffrey's exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. And today's game made possible by the parents of the Pennsbury Falcon Baseball Club. They put together this Bark at the Park event. They got dollar dogs. You can meet Rookie, the Trenton Thunder bat dog, here today. And if you bring your dog out, they have a free Pennsbury bandana available. And I think there's still some bandanas available as Morris delivers up high.
You don't even need a dog for the bandana. Just come down and get one.
Yeah, I'm hoping to take a bandana for my feline friends. That hit him. Didn't get L.J. Nelson square, but either went off of his arm or clipped his uni a little bit. He's hit by the pitch, and he's at first base for Charlie Cordisco.
Yeah, I think Pennsbury was gifted that one. I mean, the ball may have barely, grazed the uniform, but I guess it was enough to warrant the hit by pitch.
That's a good way to get hit by a pitch. You don't have to take the sting, and you still get a free pass. Now at the plate, Cordisco, and before the first one to him, they'll check on Nelson.
Okay, so he only has one more over, and then he has to pick him off. Oh, wait, that's the MLB rule, sorry.
Well, that rule could come to high school baseball, I think, without too much difficulty. And they could even buy a bunch of brand-new bases if they wanted to have larger bases. Bunt attempt that goes foul by Cordisco. But I don't know how they would try to incorporate a pitch clock at the high school level when you look across the different different teams have different scoreboards. Some of those scoreboards, like the other day we were at DeMayo Field, and they had a problem even with the pitch count.
With the pitch count, for each team and like the counting and stuff. It was weird. So adding a clock, I don't know how that would go.
I mean, we were midway through that game looking at that pitch clock and talking about it and saying it doesn't look right. And somebody said, well, it's broken. And, I mean, those kinds of things happen at baseball fields. And, the logistics of the timing and letting the batter and the pitcher and everybody see the countdown as it happens, the 0-1 off the bat. And Looks like it's going through on the right side and does, as it's off of Almovidar. Looked like he might have had a play deep. It sent him deep in the hole, and I think Charlie Cordisco was going to have an infield base hit anyway. But once Almovidar got to it, he couldn't handle it cleanly, and so both guys move up. Nelson at second, Cordisco at first. And the Falcons flip the lineup. Here's James Schaefer, who walked his first time at bat and was stranded at second after a stolen base. Morris with a long look. Trying to get hooked up here with Lechner. He's got his pitch now. Bunt attempt, so he offered at it, so it's a strike at the plate.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Try and get the runners over one base. But I do expect to see him swinging from here on out.
I mean, almost impossible for Schaefer to lay down a bunt on a pitch that's up high like that. We'll see if they keep it on. The 0-1 from Morris. It's also upstairs at the letters. And so Schaefer takes a 1-1 count to him. And Lechner out to talk with his pitcher. And some of those things where now they limit the number of mound meetings and stuff like that at the major league level. It wouldn't be surprising if high school leagues, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania at the PIAA level thinks a little bit about some of those changes.
Yeah, for sure.
One count to Schaefer. Morris delivers, and nice pitch there as he breaks that one right on the outside of the plate. Schaefer takes strike two. As Steven mentioned in our Trentonian pregame activities, a little cloud cover today, but weather not too bad for some high school baseball. Got a bit of a breeze as Morris is ready with the 1-2, but instead a pickoff attempt. Checks on Nelson over there, gets back to second in time.
Like Gus mentioned earlier about the pickoff to second, I don't think they're that successful. It's one of those things you feel like, is it even worth throwing back? Because you warrant that possibility that you get thrown in the outfield.
The 1-2 popped up, short left field. Under it is Wagner. And he makes the catch, retires Schaefer. One down. Runners at first and second now for Ryan Zuckerman. Zuckerman got caught looking his first time at the plate. He's got a little, I was hearing those sounds down in Miami. Zuckerman's like getting the
little Miami disco.
It's like a reggaeton. I don't know what the heck that was.
I think that was Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like good old Bad Bunny. I like Bad Bunny.
He's a good wrestler, too.
That's why I like Bad Bunny. Just got put through a table the other day.
Exactly.
Dang, Judgment Day.
He's a good artist, and he's a good wrestler.
Absolutely.
But he's Bad Bunny.
He is.
The 0-1.
Oh, that's smacked.
Deep to left
That
field.
just got rocketed.
And bounces up against the fence. Zuckerman is going to hold up at second. They send the runner, and a head-first slide safe into home.
Primary Care Network continues to grow, bringing
As the Pennsbury Falcons score two.
Two-run double off of a ball that I think everybody here was convinced that's heading on to New Falls Road.
Nelson and Cordisco cross the plate. Zuckerman with a 2 RBI double. The Falcons in front 2-0 in the bottom of the third. And here's Joe Tiroli. Tiroli with a ground out to Kramer his first time up. The 0-2, a little bit high. Excuse me, the first pitch there to Tiroli up high, 1-0 count. One away here in the top of the third. Falcons plating 2 in the inning and looking for more with Zuckerman in scoring position. And the heart of the lineup now facing Morris. Morris missing high, 2-0 count.
Yeah, the fact they only have one out right now is a bit concerning. You start wondering, you know, you got to start having to pitch a lot more strategically and trying to, you know, work outside the zone.
The 2-0 outside. Trevor Morris now getting up close to that 50 pitch mark. That's number 45 now, so 46 with his next offer to Tiroli. Again, long look from Morris. He's ready. But before the throw, he again tries to pick off Zuckerman at second this time. Yeah, you know, with those pickoff attempts too, if you're going to do it, you got to have a little more snap on that ball.
Mm-hmm.
The runner goes, the 3-0 pitch, high, it's ball 4. Zuckerman steals the base successfully, and Tiroli heads down to first with the walk.
So Zuckerman pretty much can do it all. So he can hit the long ball, can steal bases, plays good defense. I mean, he's as complete a player as you need.
And he can play basketball.
This is true.
Before Jackson Freeman bats, Coach Soa out to talk with Morris and his infield. Gives us a moment to shout out Jammer Doors again. Jammer Doors and Windows. They've been doing it since Babe Ruth was hitting home runs back in the 1920s. They provide sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, and it'll be a home run for you when you get them on the property because they do their own work and installation. They don't use subcontractors, and they do entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Visit their showroom. They got one in Lawrenceville, New Jersey at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1, and their Yardley showroom is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Jammer Doors and Windows, 101 years of quality and commitment, and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Thanks also to the parents of the Pennsbury Baseball Club helping make today's game possible, as the first one in there to Jackson Freeman. Freeman caught looking to end the first inning in his only plate appearance so far. Right now he's got him on the corners. Still just one away in the bottom of the third. The runner goes, curveball, and the throw goes down to third, trying to catch Zuckerman off of that bag, but he's able to step back without too much difficulty. So Joe Tiroli with a stolen base puts 2 in scoring position now for Freeman. And coming up is the 50th pitch for the Bensalem righty, time called at the plate by Freeman. Bensalem brings the infield in. Everybody in with the exception of Almovidar at second. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. Falcons with 2 runs on 2 hits this afternoon. And they lead it 2-0 over Bensalem. The 1-2. Curveball wide. Good take. Big offensive explosion for the Phillies last night, and the Pennsbury Falcons can put up a big-time crooked number here. Again, Freeman with 2 on. The 2-2 outside. And for the Owls, looks like they're getting some action going in the bullpen.
Yeah, I think at this point, that's probably the best decision. Seems like Morris is just slightly off. And, you obviously don't want to let this game get out of hand.
The payoff to Freeman, swing and a miss. He gets him with the cheese. Big strikeout there for Trevor Morris. And a big second out. Brings Jordan Zerniak to the plate. He grounded out his first time up. Still the Falcons with a big threat hanging over the Bensalem Owls here. Curveball that catches the inside part of the plate from Zerniak. One pitch coming here from Trevor Morris. We got a bark at the park here today for Pennsbury baseball. All the doggies in the area invited to come out, get a Pennsbury bandana, meet Rookie the Bat Dog. Years ago on WBCB, we had a thing called Dog Gone, and people would phone us up about their lost pets in the area.
Oh.
And we would, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, have our Dog Gone report.
Oh, boy.
Always seemed 0-2, just a little bit wide. You talk about things that have, like, some progress has been made. I don't think you see as many lost dogs as you did. It was like a thing back in, like, the 80s.
Nowadays, you got all those trackers and stuff like that. Yeah, chip them. Now I've seen people, they put those, like, Apple AirTags on their dogs.
The 1-2 fouled off, so we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes to Jordan Zerniak. The other thing they got here today, dollar dogs. You know, just with the whole theme of the thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And before the game, Rookie the Bat Dog went out there and retrieved a ceremonial bat.
Well,
Just kind of set the tone.
They tried to get him to retrieve the bat. He didn't want to at first.
The 1-2 gets him swinging. And Trevor Morris works his way out of some trouble. Falcons do score 2. So they lead it now 2-0. They get those 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning. But they leave 2 runners on base as they strand 2 in scoring position in the bottom of the 3rd. So we're through 3. Falcons in front of the Owls, 2-0. High school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. We're on the crazy train.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Caden Falcon starts his 4th inning of work for the Pennsbury Falcons. He'll face Kyle Rubin, followed by Jake Wagner and Zach Lechner for Bensalem. Falcons doing some damage, and it was off the bat of Ryan Zuckerman, who had a 2-run double. Unfortunately for Zuckerman, he got stranded at third, and they had 2 in scoring position with only 1 away. It looked like the Falcons had an opportunity to plate a couple more, but you really got to credit Trevor Morris, who came up with some big pitches and struck out both Jackson Freeman and Jordan Zerniak to work his way out of trouble. It'll be interesting to see if Morris comes back out there. He has struck out 4, walked 1. He hit 1 batter, and right now is throwing about 58 pitches. So certainly he's probably stretched out a little bit further than that, but they did have some activity up in the bullpen, and so who knows, maybe they're already thinking about making a change on the hill as the first one fouled off by Ruben.
Yeah, I'm thinking they are. I mean, 2 runs isn't crazy for a pitcher to give up, but you know, a lot of pitches, a lot of walks, and yeah, I think it's just one of those games where you might just need to bring in another pitcher and just to kind of keep the tempo going for your team.
1-1 count now to Ruben, and for Falcon, he has struck out 5, walked a couple of batters. I mean, he struck out 2, and he's walked 1. The 1-1 high out to left field. Under it there is Zerniak. Makes the grab, 1 down. And here comes Jake Wagner. Wagner with a bouncer to Tiroli his first time up, grounded out to third. So what's going on the dog scene there, Gus?
We're just, we got 2 dogs making friends right now.
Nice.
They seem to like each other.
Yeah. Got a black lab and a golden retriever, it looks like. Like I said, I'm more focused on the dogs than I am the game. Not
Pitch
really,
from Falcon
but
is up high. You got to be pretty dialed in. Gus takes care of all the graphics for us as our video engineer and make sure we're
up and running.
Streaming our stream and doing our thing.
I'm a man of many talents, Chris.
The 1-0 up high. So you got some doggies at home?
I got 4. I got 3 big ones and then 1 little one, yeah. My family's a big dog family.
The 2-0 here to Wagner. In there for a called strike. Nice job by Falcon to make sure, again, he gets back into the strike zone and doesn't run too many deep counts. Popped up, back behind us, out of play. You mean that was pitch 60 here in the top of the 4th. I mean, that's a pretty good pitch count, but if he's looking to go the distance, maybe would need to be a little bit more efficient. And again here,
Wind is just unrelenting.
Yeah, breeze picks up.
I didn't bring a jacket either. I messed up.
I didn't think to bring a jacket.
Sunny and 70. I didn't think it was going to get cloudy and windy.
The payoff pitch from Falcon.
Oof.
High and away, ball 4. So Wagner heads to first base. And up to the plate comes Zach Lechner. Lechner walked and was stranded at second back in the 2nd inning. Owls have had some base runners. The runner goes to throw down in time.
What a throw.
Boraski throws out Jake Wagner. He's caught stealing, and there's 2 down in the top of the 4th.
The accuracy on that throw was crazy.
And Boraski is one of these guys. We mentioned that the Pennsbury Falcons bringing back 11 varsity starters, but Boraski, in really a critical role when you're behind the dish like that, is getting some of his first varsity action this year. And steps up, makes a big play right there.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things of being a catcher is obviously calling the pitches, but you know, you have to play defense in situations like that where you got to try and throw that runner out.
Time called. as Lechner steps out. And for the Owls, you know, you're taking that risk trying to get a runner in scoring position with 2 down. But I don't know, that's kind of a risky call to try to steal a bag.
Yeah, it seems desperate.
The 1-2.
I don't know if they're there yet.
Called third strike, and Lechner caught looking. He's rung up.
All that momentum out the window.
Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, even though
Yeah.
Hayden Falcon does allow a walk. No runs, no hits, and the bases left empty by Bensalem in the top of the 4th. Falcons continue to hold a 2-0 advantage. As we go to the bottom of inning number 4, this is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day on the WBCB Sports Network, and today's game brought to you by BAI Security in Yardley. They offer medical alerts for seniors. They offer, you know, of course, security systems, but also fire extinguisher sales. They do maintenance and inspection of fire extinguishers. So for complete security, including wireless security systems, remote systems, fire alarms, carbon monoxide alarms, and now medical alert systems, you can call BAI Security in Lower Bucks at 215-493-1414. Again, that's 215-493-1414, or visit BAInow.com. That's BAInow.com. I'll mention that this is the Bark at the Park event, and unfortunately for Pennsbury, they got late notice that the animal shelter that they were working with called Pausabilities, for whatever reason, couldn't make it to the event today, which was kind of a bummer. They were going to have adoptable animals, so in addition to meeting the bat dog from the Thunder and getting a dollar dog, you could also take a look at maybe adopting a new pet. But for whatever reason, that didn't end up coming together. But people still should take a look at Pausabilities and their local animal shelters. I almost reached out to the Bensalem Animal Shelter, where we adopted our cats from, and we've done some volunteer work for them. But I ended up thinking it really isn't reasonable to have them put together like all the people and volunteers that they need to come out here and bring the dogs out and everything. I mean, there's quite a bit to it. So I'm not sure exactly what prevented Pausabilities from being here, but we want to highlight their mission and let you know that they were one of the organizations behind our Bark at the Park thing here at Pennsbury. First one in there called Strike the Falcon. Back out there in his 4th inning of work is Trevor Morris, and he jumps out in front of Falcon. Falcon with Boraski in the on-deck circle, LJ Nelson in the hole. The 0-2. He did not go.
It's a good hold up.
Check swing from Falcon keeps him alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mentioned the big output by the Phillies a couple of innings ago as the Falcons were threatening for a crooked number. And WBCB is your spot on the radio dial. The 1-2 takes it, and Falcon, a strikeout victim. He's caught looking. A lot of guys caught looking today.
Yeah, what's that, 6?
That's strikeout number 5 for Morris.
Wow.
And he's gotten all but 1 caught looking.
Yeah, it's 62 pitches. That's not terrible.
Righty kicks and fires. Tipped into the glove of Lechner. For Falcon, yeah, he's got 4 strikeouts. And 3 of them, batters were rung up on a called 3rd strike. That one up high and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Boraski. One from Morris outside. Yeah, in one of the preseason previews for Pennsbury baseball, I think these quotes come from Coach Pacey, who always notes that the baseball in this area, the 6A level, District 1, the 2-1 called strike, catches the outside corner. Some of the best, most competitive baseball in the area. So, you know, they feel like if they compete well in the Suburban 1 League, then they're probably going to do pretty well in the district. And if they can play, you know, be competitive in district play, they know they can match up against any team in the state. And I think any of the Patriot Division teams, 2-2 pitch, ground ball, foul, I think can have that same sense of confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
You're seasoned, you know, with some of the best programs in the area.
I mean, if you get to practice against good teams and you end up becoming one of those good teams, and you know, like you said, when it comes to matching up against other competition, you know, that's the ideal situation.
2-2 pitch, fouled off.
Fouled off his foot.
Got it on the foot. Yeah.
That's gonna hurt for a couple of days.
And even building up that reputation amongst your team to say the teams we play are really good teams. When your team has success, you start to build up confidence no matter who you're coming up against. 2-2. Sent high and foul, out of play. Two count to Boraski. Made a great play from behind the dish. Threw out Jake Wagner. Caught him trying to steal second. The 2-2 from Morris, low and away. Now Morris kind of getting deep into his pitch count as he's set to throw his 71st. Payoff pitch. Strikes him out.
Yeah, for the most part, Pennsbury's really having a hard time seeing that ball.
Yeah, Morris has struck out the last 4 Pennsbury batters that he has seen. The last 2 in the 3rd and the first 2 here to start the 4th. As now LJ Nelson gets to work. He was hit by a pitch his first plate appearance. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you show the bat, maybe try to get that pitcher just a little bit out of rhythm. Throw him off, Morris. It seems like he's got a little bit of a rhythm.
Yeah, for sure.
And the deeper he goes in this pitch count, it doesn't seem like he's losing any effectiveness.
No, it doesn't seem like he's pitching much different than he was earlier. You know, most pitchers at this point of their game, you know, you'll notice a drop-off from either velocity, maybe some movement, but it does seem like Trevor's got something under control. Like you said, the rhythm, the tempo maybe. So he's keeping it composed, although being down 2-0.
Yeah, Nelson fouls off a breaking pitch, and now looking at a 1-2 count. Morris delivers. Sent out to right field, but not deep, and back to get it. Second baseman Yahil Omovidar makes the grab. And the Falcons are set down in order in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. They hold a 2-0 lead over the Bensalem Owls in the McCaffrey's game of the day on WBCB. You're listening to the McCaffrey's game of the day, and we'll be right back as we go to the 5th inning in just a moment.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between, for 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
During the Toyota
Today's game also brought to you by D. Lorenzo's, the Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road, just down the street from Pennsbury High School in the Vermilion Square Shopping Center. And thanks to the parents of the Pennsbury Baseball Club who put together the Bark at the Park activities and asked you to come out and support our student athletes. The parents hope you're enjoying today's game, and they want to thank the Pennsbury community for their support. And again today, Bark at the Park, if you bring your dog out, they have special Pennsbury bandanas for the dogs, dollar dogs at the concession stand. And I don't know, is Rookie the Bat Dog still here? He's like a celebrity, so he came in,
he left.
he was
Yeah.
here for
he
5
left,
minutes,
yeah.
and then he rolled out. But you could meet less famous dogs. Whoa, hot shot fouled right into the Bensalem dugout. Look out off the bat of Caden Ladender. You need some protection for those guys over there, yeah. Ladender with Almovidar and Colgan set to hit for the Owls. Here, top of the 5th inning, Pennsbury getting both of their runs in the 3rd. Off a 2-run double from Ryan Zuckerman. 1-1 from Falcon, a little low. Yeah, that double scored Nelson and Cordisco. And those are the only runs so far today. McCaffrey's game of the day on WBCB. 2-1 from Falcon is up high. That's one thing from Falcon. He's walked 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's high. I guess we'll have to really tell this inning.
And the 3-1 is up.
So that's 5th walk of the game for him.
And unfortunately here for Pennsbury, that's the leadoff guy. You know, you don't want to give up any free passes. And now he's thrown over the length of today's game 30 balls and 23 strikes. And we've got a pinch runner for the Owls heading to first base. At the plate, Yahil, and before the pitch, they check on the runner. You got Jim Ridge at first as that's fouled out of play. Jim Ridge, a sophomore, taking over at first for Ladender. And before the 1-1, they try to pick him off. That was close.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of telling if you're Pennsbury that they might try and get this runner over to second, so keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, last time they tried to run on Boraski, didn't work out too well, though. That's a called strike. Last inning, he caught Wagner trying to steal a bag. Yeah, that sometimes will sober up that running game pretty quick. Falcons 0-2. Sent out to center, short for Cordisco. He comes in and makes the grab. I don't know if that was jammed or he got him on the end of the bat. That one did not travel as far as I thought it was gonna.
Yeah, it had a good sound to it.
Good read by Cordisco out there. So the fly out, there's one away. And up to bat here, pinch hitter for Bensalem. Yeah, I got a roster, but the numbers only go up to... Oh, wait a second. There's numbers for different uniforms.
Ready, Set, Go sales event, just imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Batting for Colgan. So Kelly batting for Colgan. 1 on, 1 away in the 5th. That's down in the dirt. Nice job by Boraski to keep it in front of him. Got a little bit away from the catcher. And looked like Ridge down there was looking runnerish, but he stays at first base.
Yeah, it was, excellent defense right there by the catcher.
1-0.
You really got to keep that ball in front of you. That's tough if your pitcher isn't really commanding the zone as well.
And that was one thing that the Falcons talked about. Falcon, just having a little trouble with those control issues, and 2-1, that's in there. Or should be a 2-1 count now. That was a 2-0 pitch. Two-1 pitch, fouled off. Bounces over towards Stephen Lawler.
Yes, sir.
Chris Ermer with Gus Barber, Stephen Lawler, Ben Goldstein. Great to have you with us today from Vic Napolitano Field on the campus of Pennsbury High School. Falcons in front of the Owls 2-0. As Falcon delivers the 2-2 and strikes out Nick Kelly. There's 2 down. And the Owls flip the lineup. Here's shortstop Preston Strachey. Strachey with 2 away. Ridge at first. First one upstairs. Ball 1. Well, right now in the lead spot for our DiLorenzo's player of the game is Ryan Zuckerman. His 2-run double. The difference in today's game so far.
Oh, yeah.
As Falcon falls behind Strachey. He struck him out once and walked him once today. The 2-0 gets the call.
Should be noted, too, that Bensalem does not have a hit yet. So, Falkland obviously doing a very, very good job.
2-1.
Ooh, right at the top of the zone. That barely got there.
That looked good. Just about the same spot as the other one. And back-to-back called strikes now as Falcon back in it. 2-2 count to Strachey. Deuce is wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Pitch bounces that one up there. The throw down to first. Not in time, but a close play there as they nearly able to tag out Jim Ridge. A snap throw from Boraski. Something's got to give here, but before the pitch, they check on Ridge. Payoff.
Wow.
Called third strike. Strachey is set down, and so are the Owls. In the top of the 5th, no runs, no hits. They do leave a runner on base as Caden Falcon walked 1 in the inning, but he holds on to a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. High school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network, the McCaffrey's Game of the Day, and it's brought to you in part by Peruzzi Complete Automotive Service. Trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. The Peruzzi Auto Dealership, and thanks to the Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club putting together the Bark at the Park. And they got the Dollar Dogs today. And the Trenton Thunder bandanas. A lot of fun here and great support for the activity. I don't know how many dogs do you think we had here at Peak Dog?
I'd say
Gus?
I'd say 30. Good amount. I'd say a good 30 dogs.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you're grossly overstating
That's
the number
that's definitely
of
a
dogs.
high estimate.
I think so.
I wish there's 30 dogs here. That's what I'm hoping. I'd say really.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. We can go with that. Well, it's a fun time and a great day for this Suburban 1 League Patriot Division clash here between these two teams. For the Owls, Trevor Morris, their righty starter, out to begin his 5th inning of work. For Pennsbury, you got 9-1-2 with Cordisco to be followed by Schaefer and Zuckerman. And again, our player of the game will join us for a brief interview after the game and get a gift certificate from Di Lorenzo's, the Berg Pizza. Di Lorenzo's, the outstanding original Trenton tomato pie, and their other great gourmet pizzas like their mustard pie, soups, fresh salads, so much more. We thank them for their support of Pennsbury High School athletics on BCB. Line drive out to right field, but right towards Nate Rubin out there. And he makes a shoot top catch for out number 1.
One pitch, one out. Can't get more efficient than that, Chris.
Bensalem again running some guys out for some bullpen work. Now up for Pennsbury, James Schaefer. 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base in today's game. Spins out of the way of that one, ball 1. Yeah, the Phillies are back on BCB, your spot on the radio dial for Phillies baseball throughout the season. 1-0 pitch. Bouncer up the middle and off the glove of Preston Strachey, who tried to get it on a short hop, but couldn't handle that one, and Schaefer is aboard. And they're going to call that a hit. Okay.
Yeah, that was probably gonna be a hard play anyway. So
an infield hit for Schaefer. He's at first for Ryan Zuckerman, who's got the big blast today. A 2-run double back in the 3rd inning.
you think Zuckerman knows what he's saying in his walk-off song, or he just likes it because of the beat?
He just likes Bad Bunny.
Yeah, it could just be that.
Before the first one to Zuck, they check the runner. Schaefer back in time. Cool, I was checking out an online video which had a high-level college player taking swings, followed by an amateur baseball player. I think they said maybe a minor league player, followed by a major league ball player. And they estimated the exit velocities on all of their swings. And like the amateur guys were at just over 100, 104. But the guy who was in the big leagues was cranking it out there at like 112, 115.
Wow.
Ball up and in. And I bring it up because the exit velocity on that Zuckerman hit, I mean, it was smoked and sent out to left field quickly. And Steven mentioned it. I kind of thought it might have a chance to clear the fence. I think it just didn't have that the right launch angle, maybe. 2-1 popped up high back behind us. I know some people are so tired of all that launch angle stuff and the exit velocity, whatever. But I just think it adds another layer of interest and something else to think about. And
yeah, for sure.
2-1 from Morris is wide. The runner goes, and Schaefer will pick up another stolen base. This time he's into second standing. Falcons looking to pad this 2-run lead. We're in the bottom of the 5th in the McCaffrey's game of the day. Trevor Morris about to throw his 83rd pitch. It's wide. He walks Zuckerman, 2 on, as the Falcons with runners at first and second for Joe Tiroli. Well, as you said, Stephen, Zuckerman showing that he can do it all. Not only can he run, can he hit, play the field, but also has a pretty good eye, and that plate discipline is also a big part of a hitter's success. And, you know, I think Zuckerman realizing that, you know, some of the teams aren't necessarily going to pitch to him, or they're not going to give him anything too juicy.
Exactly. And I think, you know, him just being valuable to each that aspect of the game is just, it's really hard to game plan against.
Yeah. And there, you know, sometimes a hitter gets a little bit out of their comfort zone, tries to go for something outside the strike zone. Nice job by Zuckerman to work the walk here. And that's going to be the end of the day for Trevor Morris. A pitching change for the Bensalem Owls. For Morris, he threw 83 pitches, 31 of them balls, 26 of them strikes. He got 6 strikeouts, walked a couple, and hit 1 batter, and leaves the game trailing 2-0 as the Bensalem Owls are behind. I'm looking at that third inning. Yeah, those runs that he gave up were earned runs in the third. So 2 earned runs given up by Trevor Morris as the Owls make a pitching change, and we'll be back with more high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between, for 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
During the Toyota Ready, Set, Go sales event, just imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Whatever you need, from an electric vehicle to a rugged, versatile truck, we have new Toyotas on the ground for immediate delivery. Or choose from over 100 certified used options, which undergo a rigorous inspection and include an amazing warranty. Plus service centers that can save you time and money and keep you on the road. So let's go to Team Toyota this spring. Just visit teamtoyota.net to find a location near you.
Now on the mound for the Bensalem Owls, senior right-hander Daniel McShane, who takes over for Trevor Morris. And he'll face Joe Tiroli with 1 down and 2 on in the bottom of the 5th. And for Bensalem, with some of the struggles they've had offensively, you know, it makes it even more important that they keep it right here. They feel like they have a shot, maybe down 2 runs. If this lead gets any bigger, that's going to feel like it's a tough hill to climb.
Yeah, especially in these later innings.
Joe Tiroli with a ground out and a walk. Takes low. Joe Tiroli with a walk and a stolen base. The other thing that I think it's part of Coach Pacey's makeup is that that Pennsbury, they like to get guys running and put pressure on the opposition defense. The 1-0. Yanks it foul. Yeah, I got him for four stolen bases today.
Wow.
And you look at the running game, the 1-1 curveball sent deep to left.
That ball,
It's a fair ball.
It's stuck in the fence.
And stuck in the fence for a moment. Over to grab it there is Wagner. It's a double for Tiroli, but Tiroli off of the second base bag, and he is thrown out. They tag him out for out number 2, but that one scores 2. As Zuckerman crosses the plate, Schaefer crosses the plate. Falcons in front now 4-0 as they get 2 more off a Joe Tiroli 2-run double. Unfortunately for Tiroli, kind of a base running mistake. He got caught between second and third. And the Owls with some heads up defense to tag out Tiroli. So Freeman up to bat now with 2 down. Excuse me, Eric David batting for Freeman.
3-sport athlete he is.
Takes a first pitch strike. Yeah, Eric David, outstanding football player, made his contributions on the basketball court, and now out here on the baseball diamond. Takes a little bit wide. And I think for David, where we saw him really shine was on the gridiron.
Yeah.
And will be exciting to see what he brings to the table, the 1-1 down low. Was kind of a role player on that basketball team that won the league championship. And, you know, maybe he brings a little winning mojo now. He got the football team.
Yeah.
They won the league,
yeah.
undefeated in the league. Basketball with the turnaround, and
He's trying for the sweep.
Falcons already with a pretty good start here when it comes to the baseball season. As McShane is set, his 3-1 pitch is high. And Eric David with a walk. So with 2 down, he heads to first. And up the bat for the Falcons now is Ryan Forrester, who bats for Zerniak. Again, the Bensalem Owls get the bullpen going. And here in this 5th inning, the Falcons have a mission accomplished here as they do pad their lead. It's a 2-0 lead until Joe Tiroli smashed a double and drove in 2 more.
Yeah, now it feels like you said, now there's that really tough hill they got to climb. And we only have about 2 innings left.
And even though they have not been able to, they've gotten on base a few times with Caden Falcon, Owls have not been able to make any kind of consistent contact against Falcon. The 0-1 pitch upstairs. One count to pinch hitter Ryan Forrester. McShane delivers, kind of lost the grip on that one. Nice play by Lechner, just to get up there.
Yeah, I mean,
Prevent a lot of room behind home plate and the backstop here.
exactly. Certainly enough for the runner to move up to second.
2-1 pitch, ball 3. Yeah, I might bring the backstop in just a little bit, but other than that, pretty much ideal dimensions for Vic Napolitano Field, I think. Ball 4 there to Forrester, so back-to-back walks given up by McShane. So with 2 down now, there's 2 on. And set to bat was Caden Falcon, but before his plate appearance, another mound visit, and maybe another pitching change for Bensalem. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the parents of the Pennsbury Baseball Club. They ask you to come out, support these student athletes, and they hope you enjoy today's game. They thank the Pennsbury community for their support. Yeah, jump on the bandwagon now. Don't wait till these Falcons are making a run for another league title or another potential district championship. And I mentioned earlier, I don't know, what's their handle, Ben? The Bensalem or Pennsbury Baseball Twitter. It might be Pennsbury Baseball.
I think it's PSD Baseball.
Well, there they have a schedule of some of the special events that will be here. I mentioned Military Appreciation Day. Today's Bark at the Park. They'll have Senior Recognition Night.
Oh, I was right. It is PSD Baseball.
Nice job. Just pulling these nuggets from the files. Line drive through on the left side, and the Falcons will hold the runner. So Eric David stops at third. Ryan Forrester up to second base. And now up to bat for the Falcons. Another pinch hitter. And here is the sophomore Ryan Weber. The 21st of April, Falcons with their 75th year Alumni Day. Community Kids Day, April 27th. That senior recognition thing happening on April 29th. Oh, that's going to be at the Thunderball Park. They take on Hopewell Valley that night. Pitch in for baseball on the 3rd of May. Coaches versus Cancer on the 5th of May. Teacher Appreciation on May 9th. And that Military Appreciation happens on the 17th of May when they take on Council Rock North here at Vic Napolitano Field. Bases loaded, and Weber, it's just a little bit foul. Falcons were calling it fair, but what do you think there, Gus? Were you looking at the dogs, or were you paying attention to that one?
I think that was foul. I think it was just barely foul. These dogs, though, they get to me, man.
That was a close call there.
Close call. I didn't see any white kick up, though.
Mentioned Weber, the sophomore who's a West Point commit. Aggressive swinging at the first pitch there, nearly. That might have been a bases clearing kind of situation.
For sure. That probably would have got a double with it, too. So that would be another guy in scoring position.
The 0-1 missed just a bit off the plate. The pitch on a bounce. Almovidar has it at second and throws over in time to get the runner. And that's out number 3. So the Falcons are finally set down in the bottom of the 5th, but they do damage 2 more runs, making it a 4-0 game. They get those 2 runs on, let's see, 1, 2, 3 hits in the inning. And they leave 3 runners on base, so nice job by Bensalem to strand 3 runners there. And we go to the 6th. Here in the McCaffrey's Game of the Day, Falcons 4, Owls nothing. And we'll be right back with more high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. The 2, 3, 4 batters in the Bensalem lineup set to appear here in the top of the 6th. For the Pennsbury Falcons, Caden Falcon continuing to work as he comes into this inning with 85 pitches under his belt so far. So far today, he's been able to take care of both Kramer and Rubin, both of the Rubin brothers, as all 3 of those guys are 0 for 2 in today's game.
Everybody in the Bensalem team is 0 for.
Yeah, still working on that no-hitter. Don't want to jinx it, but
McCloskey getting a little work in the bullpen.
Is it bullpen or arm farm?
I like arm farm better.
Arm farm.
Yeah, they got the arm farm going down in the right field area here at Vic Napolitano Field. 1-0 pitch from Falcon is wide, and he falls behind Kramer. Again, Kramer, Rubin, and Rubin here as we start the 6th. The 2-0. Way up. Got to imagine Kramer's going to have the bat on his shoulder here. Falcon gets the nod from Baraski. 3-0 is in there. And certainly Kramer taking all the way. He can be pretty selective here too. Maybe look for a certain part of the zone. The 3-1 has a hack at it.
Gets him swinging.
90th pitch of the day from Falcon. Another full count payoff pitch in there. Called
Wow.
Third strike. Gets Kramer looking. Second time he struck him out, and the first time he got him to look at that third pitch strike. 1 away.
What a way to just battle back. Down 3-0 in the count. Come back with 3 straight strikes and just end the at-bat. Just that is clutch right there. And I think what, we're seeing from Falcon, this is legit right now.
Brings up Nate Rubin, who takes low. Rubin is 0 for 2, but the last time he had a good lick at it, hit a line drive right to James Schaefer at second. This time sends this one skyward, but drifting and will get out of play on the right side. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. With you in the top of the 6th on the WBCB Sports Network. Yeah, that's going to be fun when we get over to the senior recognition night at the Trenton Thunder Ballpark, taking on Hopewell Valley. The 1-1 pitch, just a little bit outside. They did call that a strike. Okay, 1-2, the count.
Yeah, that just caught the outside of the plate.
Rubin ready, the pitch just a bit low. 2-2 to Rubin. Called third strike. And Rubin rung up. 2 up, 2 down. And here's his twin brother, Kyle Rubin.
Seen his brother pass him the exact same bat. Maybe they need to switch it up. It doesn't seem like it's helping him today.
Maybe there'll be a little magic in that bat this time around for Bensalem. But getting late in this one, and Caden Falcon so far has worked a masterpiece. He's walked some batters, but 1-0 fouled out of play. So there's been some Bensalem base runners, but the farthest the Owls have gotten today is to second base. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
High heat. Yeah, I think right now the Bensalem hitters are just lost, man. It's, you know, they don't know exactly how to attack Falcon. A bit of a deceptive pitcher. Is able to work all sides with all types of pitches.
That was pitch 100 from Falcon. Misses that one a little low, and it's a 2-2 count to Ruben. Ruben with Wagner waiting on deck for Bensalem.
Do you think they give him a chance to pitch a seventh?
The 2-2 inside, and it's a full count. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure. I think there's pretty sound thinking either to go to a closer here and just making sure that you shut the door, and at the same time, Caden Falcon has the opportunity to do something special today.
Exactly.
And I have to admit, I'm not sure. I think maybe there may be a pitch limit around 110. Payoff pitch, bounce foul. I don't know, I've got to get some confirmation there because there's different ground rules for New Jersey and for PA, and I always get them mixed up. But I think there is a pitch limit.
Oh, okay.
At some point for the PA guys. Falcons payoff pitch.
Wow.
Strikes him out. Strikes out the side in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. And Caden Falcon pitching a gem. He's got the Falcons up 4-0 in the McCaffrey's game of the day. As we go to the bottom of the 6th from Vic Napolitano Field. And want to let you know portions of today's game brought to you by the Pennsbury Baseball Parents Club. Everybody's having a good time at their Bark at the Park event today. And again, special events coming up throughout the season. The Pennsbury Parents Club asking you to support the student athletes of the Pennsbury baseball team. Thanks to McCaffrey's Food Markets. McCaffrey's exceptional every day in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road in Yardley, and the villages of Newtown, 2890 South Eagle Road. Today's game brought to you in part by BAI Security, by Jammer Doors and Windows. Jammer, an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and 101 years of quality and commitment, and they do all of their own work using no subcontractors. Jammer Doors since 1920. It's back when Babe Ruth was swatting homers. And you can have a home run with Jammer Doors and Windows. You can call 215-493-7709 and set up an appointment to check out their Yardley showroom, or you can always stop in at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, and see what Jammer Doors and Windows can do for your home or property. Thanks also to the Peruzzi Auto Group, the Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. And to DiLorenzo's Pizza. Ben Goldstein will have our DiLorenzo's Player of the Game. We'll pass along a gift certificate. And now we got a few candidates. Not only Zuckerman with a 2-run double. Joe Tiroli blasted a double, driving in 2. And Caden Falcon, certainly a prime candidate, as he got the start and so far has gone the distance.
And hasn't given up a hit. I think he is probably going to be leading that one for me, at least. You go 6 innings, almost 1 inning behind, a complete game no-hitter. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think if Zuckerman was the only scorer,
yeah,
he would probably be the guy. But yeah, we're on the verge of witnessing history.
Yeah, I think maybe they're going to go to Zuckerman to close it out because they've got him down in the bullpen warming up.
I don't think I've ever seen
If he's a
Zuckerman
closer,
pitch.
if he closes it out, maybe he gets it then. Because if he's able to finish it off, I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
And a new pitcher out there for the Owls as well. So we got some moving parts now as we get to the late innings. And that's driven deep to left
That ball
over the
is
head of Wagner.
at the wall.
L.J. Nelson with the drive. And it's a leadoff double for the Falcons in the bottom of the 6th. It's the sophomore Jim Ridge who's in relief of Dan McShane. Came in at one point as a pinch runner today and now takes the mound in the bottom of the 6th. Gives up that leadoff double and now will face Charlie Cordisco. Cordisco takes low. Well, even 4-0, the Falcons certainly looking to pour it on here in the bottom of the 6th to distance themselves even further, and that is deep to left off the bat of Cordisco and will one-hop the wall, drive in another run as cruising home is L.J. Nelson, and standing as he goes into second is Charlie Cordisco. So the Falcons now with 3 RBI doubles.
Just piling it on late.
And they add to their lead. It's now 5-0 in the McCaffrey's game of the day. Pennsbury to the top of the lineup. Here's junior James Schaefer. Schaefer 1 for 2 with a walk, a base hit, stolen. He had 2 stolen bases today, and a run scored. Also popped out to left as he takes a curveball wide.
Nothing like a good old first pitch curveball.
The 1-0
Wow.
up at the letters for ball 2.
Thought that one was a little more in the zone.
Before the 2-0 pitch, you might have heard Caden Falcon coaching up Ryan Zuckerman. See, he said easy, man. Just hit at a 45-degree angle. That's a strike.
That's the perfect launch angle.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't think it is. I don't know.
What are you looking for, like 23? I'm looking for a 23.5. What's 23.536? 2-1 pitch. Ridge misses low. Suburban 1 League Patriot Division action. Falcons hosting the Owls. Bensalem hoping for a big comeback, and if they can get it done, it could be their first win of the season, but not looking good right now. That's in there for a strike. So a full count to Schaefer. You know, I tend to think that when your starter gets up to that triple-digit level, that you're probably not going to have him go out for the 7th. I mean, that may be more of a new school way to handle your pitchers and stuff down low. Schaefer gets a base on balls. And up to the plate comes Ryan Zuckerman. Zuckerman with a 2-run double in the 3rd. Worked a walk in the 5th, came around to score another Falcon run. First time up, got caught looking. But another chance to do damage here in the bottom of the 6th. Takes a strike there from Line drive to right, and reaching up is Nate Rubin, and Rubin makes the catch, throws it back in to try to double up Cordisco, but the throw would have been late anyway. Cordisco sliding back in safely. Zuckerman, man, gave that one a shot, but Rubin able to stick the glove up at the last minute, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 6th. I mean, that was almost over his head out there.
Yeah. Yeah, very close.
And, we've been joking Zuckerman can do everything. And, that time impressed that he uses the other side of the field.
Exactly.
Took that pitch kind of where it was pitched. Again, another thing that makes him a dangerous batter. Swing and a miss by Tiroli. The 1-1 to Tiroli, bounces up there from Ridge. Eric David in the on-deck circle, set to get his second plate appearance today. 2-1 from Ridge. A little low, a little bit outside. Ridge with the long look, and then delivers. Tiroli fouls it back behind us towards the Little Leaguers, who are now underway. Bark at the Park, some Little League baseball. A lot of activity here at Pennsbury High School this afternoon. Jim Ridge with a full count now on Joe Tiroli. Payoff pitch, up and in, he walks him. So everybody moves up a bag, and that will load them for Eric David. We got more bad bunnies here at Vic Napolitano Field.
Seems like he's a hit.
Yeah, I went down to Miami, and like every radio station sounded like that. First pitch to David. Good eye, takes the curveball up high. The 1-0 up. They don't want to pitch at Eric David, it seems like. I think he walked the first time he was up. And before the next pitch, he sees a mound visit for Bensalem. McCaffrey's game of the day on WBCB. I think you probably can still get in on this if you're a member of the class of 73. They got the 50th reunion coming up on May the 6th at Westaby Hall at 425 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. So I don't know when you had to commit to the event or whatever, but they'll fit you in. Pennsbury 1973 50th reunion.org for more details on bases juiced for the Falcons. and he pitches 3 straight balls up to Eric David. So
Yeah, not looking great.
David,
Honestly.
I think you have to take here.
You could probably expect a fastball.
Just catches the outside corner. David thought that was outside, but our home plate umpire disagrees. So we're looking at a 3-1 count with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. The 3-1 from Ridge up high, and he walks in a run. Crossing the plate is Charlie Cordisco, and the Falcons get 2 more in the 6th, make it a 6-0 game. Everybody moves up. Schaefer at third, Tiroli at second, Eric David at first base for left fielder Jordan Zerniak. More action for the Owls in their arm barn or bullpen.
I don't know what
take
we're
your
gonna
pick.
I like arm barn. I kind of.
Arm barn or arm farm?
I think, yeah, I don't know. It's a farm or barn, one of them.
Either or, I feel like it works.
I heard it get called that once because they were making the controversy of the bullpen this offseason.
The 0-1 swing and a miss. Yeah, PETA, I think, had something
Yeah, it
to
was
say
PETA,
about-
yeah. So they're coming up with suggestions for alternate names, and I saw that, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
0-2 count here to Zerniak. Bases loaded for the Pennsbury Falcons, bottom of the 6th. Already have scored 2 in the inning. Ridge delivers. That one's sent to left, but will slice foul and out of play. Look out in the arm barn down there. Incoming.
It is dangerous out there.
That's why they send down like a personal protector. You got your pitcher, your catcher, and your personal protector, who you hope is not. Now he's looking the wrong way, the personal protector. Curveball in there, called, third strike. Gets Zerniak looking. And that's the second out in the bottom of the 6th. And brings to the plate, I believe this is Connor McCluskey. Who takes a strike. McCluskey, a right-handed pitcher. We saw him getting warmed up earlier. Falcons didn't need to go to him as they've had a great performance by Caden Falcon so far today. The 0-1 in there for a strike. Falcon has thrown 103 pitches, and we're wondering if he's going to come back out to try to finish this thing, or if the Falcons will go to a closer, try to get it done. Meanwhile, they've gotten a couple of additional insurance runs in this inning. The 0-2 down low. Jim Ridge, the third arm used by Coach Kurt Soa. Trevor Morris, their right-handed starter, he really threw a pretty good ball game, kept his team in it. Grounded foul. But you can be in it, you know, keep the opposition to a low score, but
Yeah.
if you can't get any consistent offense going, then in a certain way, Bensalem never really felt like they were mounting a significant charge.
Exactly.
The 1-2 from Ridge. Maybe they're leaving it to the 7th inning.
Yeah. Yeah, that could very well be the case.
Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. McCloskey waiting for the pitch. And he's rung up. Called third strike as McCloskey is set down, and so are the Falcons in the 6th, but not before they get 2 more. They get those 2 runs on two hits and lead it 6-0. As we go to the 7th, last chance time for the Bensalem Owls here in the McCaffrey's Game of the Day. We're at Vic Napolitano Field on the campus of Pennsbury High School, and we will return in just a moment.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Well, pitching change for the Pennsbury Falcons as Connor McCloskey comes on to the mound to try to close this one out for Pennsbury, up 6-0 now, as they got 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. But it's the end of the day for Caden Falcon, who may be our DiLorenzo's player of the game. He pitched 6 no-hit innings and held the Owls scoreless. He did walk 5, but he did that striking out 8. There were 9 swinging strikes as Falcon threw 103 pitches, 43 balls, 35 strikeouts, and 33 strikes. And that's a pretty good ratio. I know that for the Pennsbury Falcons, they want him to be a little bit more consistent in the zone.
Yeah, for sure.
5 walks, I don't think they're going to be thrilled with, but when you don't give up a hit and you hold a division opponent scoreless, I think that's a job well done. So a great day for Caden Falcon, but the work is not done for the Pennsbury Falcons as Jake Wagner leads off the top of the 7th, and now counting on Connor McCloskey, the junior righty, looking to close the door. Wagner, Lechner, Ladender here in the 7th for the Owls, and the first one's just a bit outside to Wagner. Wagner 0 for 1 as he whiffs on that one. He had a walk back in the 4th, but tried to steal second and was thrown out by Boraski. And now McCloskey in front with a 1-2 count.
Nothing wrong with a combined no-hitter. Maybe this gives the Owls the inspiration to score.
The 1-2.
Wow.
Breaking pitch in there for a called 3rd strike. I'll tell you one thing, today has to be one of the games I've seen more guys get rung up than in almost any other high school game I've seen.
Yeah, it has to be the highest for me.
The backward K's is ridiculous today.
You're going to have to frame that scorecard.
McCloskey gets a first pitch strike. This is Lechner. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is between the 2 teams. 11, 12, 13. 13 guys got rung up in today's game.
Wow.
And now 2-1 pitch to the Bensalem catcher. Takes in the dirt. So a good hitter's count here, but his objective is just to get on base, get some base runners here. 3-1. Pops it out of play. Full count as that goes over towards the softball fields. Well, so far today we haven't had any DiLorenzo's dingers thus far.
Sadly.
Very close, though.
Payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4. So Lechner at first. And up the bat is Caden Ladender. For Lechner, they send a courtesy runner over there. Jack Petrasso is the courtesy runner. And at the plate now. Ladender back to work. McCloskey misses down a little low. The 1-0 is in there. Well, a pretty good afternoon for a ball game and for the bark at the park. The 1-1 pitch in there for strike two.
Painting the corners right there.
Ben Goldstein's the only one of us who actually got a dollar dog, I think.
Yeah.
All part of the theme. Rookie, the Trenton Thunder Bat Dog, was here. 1-2 delivery. Low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ladender. Falcons with 6 runs on 7 hits. And so far, error-free baseball. Ground ball gobbled up by Schaefer. 1 at first, a double play. A Zuckerman over to Lebrecht. The twin killing ends the game, and the Falcons get a combined no-hitter, winning this one 6-0. So 6 runs on 7 hits for Pennsbury. No runs, no hits for the Bensalem Owls. And our player of the game is going to be Caden Falcon, who threw 103 pitches and gets the win today. Falcons improve their record to 6-1 overall and get a big league win to improve their SOL Patriot Division mark to 3-1. For the Bensalem Owls, this moves their overall record to 0-5 as they continue to look for that first victory of the season. All right, we're going to step aside and return in just a little bit. And Ben Goldstein says he wants to talk to Caden Falcon. He is our DiLorenzo's player of the game. The winning pitcher gets a gift card, and we'll get all that stuff going in just a moment when we return to Vic Napolitano Field on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
During the Toyota Ready, Set, Go sales event, just imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Whatever you need, from an electric vehicle to a rugged, versatile truck, we have new Toyotas on the ground for immediate delivery. Or choose from over 100 certified used options, which undergo a rigorous inspection and include an amazing warranty. Plus service centers that can save you time and money and keep you on the road. So let's go to Team Toyota this spring. Just visit teamtoyota.net to find a location near you.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Bark at the Park here today from Vic Napolitano Field as Pennsbury Baseball holds a special game, and they invite all the local dogs to come out, and there were bandanas, Pennsbury bandanas to the first 50 dogs here. And so, Gus, we knew we were going to have a good time today, just with the whole Bark in the Park kind of atmosphere, people having fun, and that element was awesome. I mean, the only thing, unfortunately, that animal shelter that was supposed to be here, they had to cancel late. That was a bummer, but beside that, Rookie the Bat Dog and all the, it was
It's
cool.
a good time, and
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with a bunch of dogs. I love dogs.
When is Cat Day?
I don't know.
It's not that.
That'll be a deadly day for me. I'm allergic to cats, so.
Steven, you're going to bring the iguanas out here at some point, maybe.
Oh, we got iguanas. I love iguanas.
Just to spice it up and keep things a little bit different. But great game today for Pennsbury, and we knew we were going to have fun, but we didn't necessarily know we were going to see something significant like a combined no-hitter from Pennsbury pitching, and a lot of the credit's got to go to their starter who went 6. And that's Caden Falcon. He's going to be our DiLorenzo's player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, the offense for Pennsbury was very good. They were consistent. I think you said they had three RBI doubles in the game. They played well, but 6 no-hit innings. I think if he was probably at about 90 to 95 pitches, he goes out there for that final inning. But the combined no-hitter is still great, and I think that's totally deserving of that DiLorenzo's gift certificate.
No question. And our other player of the game, or the other pitcher who was out there who finished things out for the Pennsbury Falcons was Connor McCluskey. So credit to both Falcon and McCluskey on pitching. A combined no-hitter today. And right now, Ben Goldstein is with our player of the game, brought to you by DiLorenzo's Pizza. Ben, take it away.
I'm here with the DiLorenzo's, the Berg player of the game, Caden Falcon. Here is your gift card for the Berg. 6 no-hit innings today. Must have felt pretty good out there. What was going right for you today on the bump?
I was able to just overpower them with my fastball. I didn't have the command I wanted throughout the game, but I was able to fight back from tough counts and get the strikeouts or weak ground balls, keeping the ball low and attacking high when I really can to get swing and misses and weak hit balls was helping me stay on the mound, get my team through innings easy, and able to not give up any hits today.
You guys are off to a great start this season. What's the vibe of the team so far early this year?
We got a lot of new guys. We're still trying to figure out things, but we believe in each other a lot. We're able to, get through these games with a lot of energy when we're up. Everything's just clicking for us right now. We have a lot of depth. We got a lot of guys willing to win and a lot of guys willing to compete, and that's just really working for us right now.
Thank you again for joining us. Great outing today. Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben, and thanks so much to Caden for joining us for his efforts. He gets a DiLorenzo's gift card, DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Ben, great job with the post-game interview again, and that's going to do it for us here at Pennsbury High School. The Falcons win it 6-0. Today's game brought to you by St. Mary Medical Center, by BCWSA, BAI Security. You're going to have to put that through the same hole that we put it into.
Oh, you're right.
McCaffrey's Supermarket and the Trenton Thunder. We got to send Ben back over there. Actually, I guess we can just take the cord out of the microphone. We'll figure it out.
We got it.
Jammer Doors, DiLorenzo's Pizza, and the Pennsbury Parents Baseball Club helping to make today's game possible. Thanks to the crew, including Ben Goldstein with our post-game interview and stats today. Gus Barber, video engineering, helping with the breakdown. And Stephen Lawler laying down the law behind the camera and helping to call the action on WBCB. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks to all of our viewers and listeners for being with us today. A big win for Pennsbury, 6-0 the final. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And we'll catch you next time here on the WBCB Sports Network. All right, one final time from Pennsbury High School. The Falcons 6, the Bensalem Owls 0. Thank you for catching high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.